Alright, what's up guys? I'm back again and I am gonna tell you about how does financial freedom feel like. Financial freedom is supposed to make you feel good. You don't rely on no one. And before I go into it, I'm gonna give you a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some guy on YouTube. Before you do anything and decide anything, please have information and give it to a proper person that can help you. So the dark truth of financial independence nobody tell you. You know, One of the dark truth is, in the United States, young adults are taking longer to achieve economic independence from their parents and live on their own. And in 2021, 21 held full-time job, were financial independent, live alone, and were married. So financial independence is depending how you want to put it. And financial independence is not a destination, but it's a journey. A journey in the for your financial independence. The dark truth about it is you still need to manage your money to achieve your independence. And it could be different level of independence. And it's the dark truth is you may think you're financially responsible, however, it's not very common for people to spend more than their income growth, aka lifestyle creep. People don't understand that the dark truth is people have lifestyle creep, and it could be food costs going up, it could be your home insurance going up. All this stuff is very stressful in your journey of financial independence. And number two, you have to make sacrifices and live a frugal lifestyle early on, and you have to sacrifice your social life when you do that. It sucks. It's not something that people talk about. They say, "Oh, you can get financial independence by doing everything." The struggles for it and the consequences of doing your financial journey to be fire and independent is not as joyful as some people put it. Even though I'm financially free from working a 9 to 5, it does not mean that I'm not stressed out and everything else like that, because I have investments. And when my investments don't do good, then I have to look into, hey, what can I compensate and what can I do? Do I have to sacrifice my early retirement to go back to work? These are the things you have to think about. And I might have to sacrifice, or I have to sell everything. That's the honest truth. And that's all on reality. And you can't say anything else about it besides, hey, I want to retire early. I am financially free from working a 9 to 5. I can do that, but what level of lifestyle do you want to live in your retirement? And do you want to live it now, or do you want to live it later? And number three, it's not always easy. The reality is financial independence in 2030, it's these stories are rare. It's not normal. It's not normal for you to see someone in the 30s be able to retire. And I'm one of the few people that can, but I don't spend money. And but doesn't mean I don't spend money at the same time, because I have a family. I have kids. So those things I have to take account. And number four is you have to learn to say no. Decline social invites, grabbing lunch with friends, not purchasing new clothes, splurging on new vehicles. There's a lot of different things that you have to say no to. And you have to be comfortable saying no to these things and not let peer pressure get to you. And that's the dark truth about it. It's you sacrificing your social life. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. It's number five. Because being uncomfortable doesn't mean you're doing anything bad. It's just that you have to change your lifestyle. And because the average American lifestyle is living above their means. And if you're living above your means, that means you're going to be broke and you can't retire and you're not financially independent. And number six is it's not for everyone. Not everyone can get financially independent. There are people who have to continue working 9 to 5 for the rest of their lives because they can't budget, they can't figure it out, and they don't know how to sacrifice. They want guarantee now, or the biggest excuse I get is I'm too old for this. I gotta do this. Or they keep falling for schemes because they're either really young and naive or in the later years and trying to strike it rich fast and retire that way. But the reality is consistency and habits is what's making people rich. That's why engineers and teachers are the top job fields to make millionaires, and a CPA. And number seven, there's no guarantee that any of your plan will work. And just like mine, I have rental properties. None of them's being rented out right now. So I have an expense of like $12,000 a month that I have to come up with. So that $12,000 a month is a liability now because I don't have it rented out. Because once it's rented out, now it's an asset because it's making profit. But if it's not making profit, it's a liability. And the likelihood of all of them not having renters is not common. But I got struck with all of them at the same time, and it sucks. But I'm not gonna lose hair over it. I might just have to go to work if I want to keep them, or I have to sell them. Those are their choices. Those are life choices that people have to understand. Number eight, it's not the end of your problems. Sure, your money problems and food and shelter is covered, but at the end of the day, it doesn't end all your problems. Because if you have bad physical health, if you fail in a relationship, death of a loved one, acquire new skills and talent that could help you in the future, and natural disasters, anything can happen. So you have to understand that financial independence is fickle, or it can jump from one side to the other. You just have to do the best and maintain it and be able to handle the stress. Because if the stock market dropped, 1,000% today, all the people who are living off the stock market would suffer and they wouldn't know what to do. So those are the things that can happen. Number nine, you have to be patient if you want financial independence. And that's the dark truth. If you're not patient and you're not diligent and you're not dedicated to it, you're not going to get financial independence. And financial independence is based on what you want to believe financial independence. Some people believe it's retire, not working 9 to 5. Some people believe, hey, I work a small-time job and I'm happy with it. It keeps me busy, and that's what they want to do. Luckily for me, I found a part-time job that wants to use me. And I might only have to do that. I don't know. It's just time have to tell. You can't just quickly judge something and move into something. You have to plan accordingly. In conclusion, many people dream of becoming financially independent before starting their journey. You should be aware of these dark truths. Financial independence is a journey, not a destination. There will be sacrifice and patience required. However, the work is really worth it and the effort. And is financial independence really possible? Yes, financial independence is really possible. However, this task is not easy. And in order to become financially independent, and you have to become a successful investor. That's the only way. There's no other way you can do it. Are there any dark truth about financial independence often people don't talk about? The dark reality financial independence among them are, despite what it seems, it's not always glamorous. It can be lonely at times because there's no one around that can really talk about it because it's not a common thing. Unless you go into like retirement places and their age different is dramatically from mine. So I don't have nothing in common. So whenever everyone's working, I'm at home. There's no one really to talk to because they're at work. They're busy. And even if you're financially independent, does not mean you're happy. It's not a guarantee you'll be happy. I don't know why no one discussed, these dark truth, the truth about financial independence. I just saw that no one talks about it. So I just brought it up today. Now I'm going to talk about how to overcome financial independence, the dark truth. Make sure your expectation are realistic. Don't be afraid of sacrifices. Maintain a strong support system, whatever you can do. And don't lose sight of the reason why you're doing it. And the financial independent silver lining is the great part. Your life will be flexible and free. You don't really have to work a 9 to 5. Money will be less of a stressor for you. Doesn't mean it's not going to stress you out. It will be possible you retire early, enjoy your golden years, like your young age, and be able to hike and do everything else you want. And lastly, your loved ones will inherit your legacy. Please like and subscribe. And these are the dark truth about financial independence. It's not for everyone, and there is a lot of sacrifice you have to make. And hopefully this helps someone, and y'all have a great day.